In one of my previous YouTube videos, the F3 steering wheel explanation, I said that I'm gonna also show you the LMP2 steering wheel and the cockpit, so that's actually what we are doing now. It's Saturday, we are in Portimao for the last round of the LMS Championship, and yeah, in 3 hours is quali, in 2.5 hours, and I just thought about doing a quick video showing you all the buttons and what we are actually touching the whole time when we are in the car. So enjoy it! That's the cockpit where we're sitting in while driving. We are kind of sitting more on the left side actually. That's our steering wheel. We have quite a lot of buttons, and all of them we are actually also using while driving. I'm not allowed to switch on the dash because there's some data which I'm not allowed to show other teams. But yeah, here's the radio button. That's the flashlight, so we can press it different times for different options. And that's a beer, which means that you can press it to get some water. Actually, no beer. Here you can switch pages for different numbers. So this is acknowledge button. If you change the mode, you have to also press acknowledge. Then pit limiter, the wipers, kill button, so to switch off the engine, full course yellow, to start the engine, this is here. And then we have some rotaries down here, that's the engine mapping, which you can tune different. So quali mode is a different engine mapping than practice or race mode. Here we have a throttle mapping, steering mapping, so power steer. Mapping 1 is easy, mapping 5 is the highest, which is hard. I'm using mapping 4. Then we have a different modes, but actually this button we're not allowed to touch apart from when the engineer tells us, same with engine mapping and throttle mapping. Then here we have the TCs, so we have TC slip and TC gain. That's when TC hits, and the other one is how much it hits. So we can tune it here from 1 to, I think, 1 to 12. You have 12 different options on both TC rotaries. That's another button panel, let's say, which we're using, but those ones are not that important. So here we have an extra kill engine button. Actually, if this one on the steering is not working, then this one we don't use, apart from the engineer telling us. Same with this one, same with this one, same with VPN. It's something to do with data or so. Then here we also have, like on a normal road car, when you go left or right, I don't know how you say it in English actually, then we have a heater. So if it's raining, that the screen is not, the window is not foggy. AC, so if it's getting hot inside, because you have a maximum heat which is allowed to be in the car. So if it's too hot, you have to switch on AC. Then we have the rain light. We have the lights if it's dark or raining, the high beam. We have the dashboard. The dash is actually changing also. You can do different lightnesses during night. For example, if it's dark outside and you have a really light screen, it's always like pretty annoying for your eyes. So you can tune it here. And this button you also kind of don't use, because that's also when the engineer tells you to switch it on. Then here is where you plug the radio in, so that's where you put your radio system in, and that's for the drinking system. So here is normally a drinking bottle, where normally always water is in, so you can then drink during a race to not get dehydrated. Above the screen is always a track map, so during driving, for example, if it's, I don't know, yellow in turn 8, and during driving we don't remember what turn 8 is, we can always have a look here and see the corner numbers. Especially, for example, during 24 hours of Le Mans, you have, I don't know how many corners, I think it's like 36 corners or so. So it's really difficult to remember all corner numbers, so you can also have a look here to check and not be wrong during a race if it's down yellow or whatever. That's it with the explanation of the cockpit. I'm not allowed to show more because there's always things you can do different in those cars, and teams are gonna watch it, so yeah, it's always keeping secrets. But yeah, I hope you liked it. It's a lot more buttons than F3, and also a lot more buttons which we're using actually during driving, especially during Le Mans. It was crazy, and yeah, hope you liked that video. Give it a thumbs up and see you next time again.